whale needs and wants and craves attention.
Who was Luna to me? Luna was a friend, a crazy whale, a lifetime experience, all of those things, you know. But mostly he was an extraordinary character, and the sort of character that you just meet once or twice in a lifetime that you can never forget.
He was desperately lonely.
This is like God's gift.
It's almost as if an alien came down.
He was brought here for some reason.
We started because Smithsonian Magazine asked me to go up and find out what was going on with this little whale. And very simple, I went up to do a magazine article and wound up making this movie after a sequence of events that was, you know, part of the story of the film, and was kind of without parallel in my own life as a journalist. I've been doing things for 30 years and hadn't experienced anything like this.
It must have been like a child getting lost in a supermarket. He was just wandering up an aisle, turned around, and his family was gone.
It changed my feeling about animals. It also changed my feeling about relationships in really kind of weird ways. I mean, how could human beings recognize an emotional experience in an animal that had been separated from us, you know, on the evolutionary tree for so many millions of years? And it just, you know, the film doesn't answer the most fundamental questions that it asks. And those questions are still unanswered in my life as well.
A few months after Luna was first seen, he started to pop up at boats and docks in Mooya Bay, as if to say hello.
We thought that we wanted to raise the level of the film by having a professional do the narration, by having somebody well-known involved with the film, and so Ryan's perfect. This is one of the few occasions where the first person you ask, the person at the top of your list, says yes. He was there, we asked him, we did not expect him to say yes, and he did. And so this was amazing. And what it meant was, he came in to do a narration. It meant changing it from a first-person story to a third-person story, which is a dramatic change. And it allowed us to go in there and say, what is it that's in this story that really fits a universal audience and universal themes?
This little guy didn't have any whales. So he apparently decided that if you can't be with the species you are, make friends with the species you're with.
The downside of working with a famous person? I have to think about that. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of downsides there. I mean, it was a really positive experience. It was great. And, you know, people warned us. They said, well, you know, celebrities, they aren't going to spend much time doing the work on the narration or this and that, and you aren't going to like the way they read it. Well, no, it was great. He read it wonderfully, and then when we had some changes to make, he came back and we did another session. He was great to work with, very professional, I mean, terrific. So, you know, where's the downside? The film's better.
I touched him! Now I touched him that much.
It's a story film. It's a narrative film. It's like a fictional film. So it's in the structure, it's like a fictional film. So it says a lot of things. There's layers in narration, in narrative. You know, there's layers in a narrative film. And what our experience is that audiences get different things out of this film. And that's what we want. We want people to bring their own experiences to the film, go through this emotional experience. It's a theatrical feature. It's an emotional experience. And then they're going to get something out of it that maybe we didn't even plan. And I think that's the point of doing something that is not an advocacy film. The point is to tell people stories and let them come to conclusions that are special for them.
It's an offense under the Fisheries Act to touch this whale. Folks, this is not a watchable whale.
You must take this vessel 100 meters out of this area.
And who made those rules in the first place?
This is now a lonely animal that's looking for comfort.
We've got a lot more in common than we thought. And yet the differences are also more profound. And I love that because it means that we have so much to learn. So many things that we don't even know are out there with these animals. And I think that for us is the fundamental thing, that it opened a door in our lives but the door that it opened was into an enormous mystery.